Hello everyone. This is Irene with SaugaTalks. I hope everyone's doing quite well, and I am having fascinating people on my show. Today, I'm so excited to have Helen, you with me. Hello, Helen. How are you?
Hi, Irene. I'm doing great. So, hello from Chicago. I'm very excited about talking to you today. Last time we spoke was back in 2019, while you were about to start this journey hosting this podcast, and I'm so proud of the success you've had to date.
Thank you, Helen. Thank you, because I am chatting with fascinating people and they share their insights on technology, AI, automation, data science, you name it, hot topics, robotics, and all that comes with it, okay? And today I do want to talk to you about the new book you launched, Helen. Congratulations on all the success there.
Thank you. I'm a little bit overwhelmed with the success. So yesterday, the book won first place at New York Book Festival. I have to give kudos to my publisher, Made for Success. So very, very happy about the fact that I selected them.
Amazing, because I'm gonna talk to you about, what does it take to ascend your startup? Because many is trying, right? Many succeeding and many failing. So I do want your gems of wisdom from your own experience, from the entrepreneurs around you. So why don't we start in your book? You talk a lot about disconnects. Starting that journey with disconnects. Can you please talk to us? What do you mean by disconnect?
Sure. So every human has blind spot, right? So for all the founders, certain time when I talk disconnect, that's really the blind spots that founder or business owners have that prevent them from growing. In the book, I described as you start in a business, there are three phases you go through, right? From turning the idea into product, and then product to market, market to scale. As you go through these three phases, you will have to overcome 5 growth disconnect. The first one, early stage of your startup, is the product market fit. You have to figure out, right, why you're on this journey, what problem you're trying to solve, who are you solving this problem for, who else is out there solving the same problem, right? And then you have to think through all those. So once you figure that out, the second disconnect is define minimum variable define minimum disconnect. You think about minimum viable product, everyone knows about what that means, right? But then the most critical part is how do you find the minimum viable team who can deliver what you need to deliver, achieve the goal, and then how do you really create a minimum viable culture to sustain that growth? Most importantly, how do you really drive and define minimum viable repeatability? Once you find repeatability, right, that's how you can start shifting from product to market to scale. This is a time where you run into the third disconnect. That's the voice of customer disconnect. Meaning that, no matter how much you do, you learned, if you don't talk to your customer, you might be off, right? Whatever your go-to-market strategy might be off. You may not be able to scale as fast as you can if you don't listen to your customer, turn that insights built into your product roadmap, built into your service delivery strategy or go-to-market strategy. But then once you overcome all those three, you still need to have well-defined process, right? That's the process disconnect many companies have. And then, but even though you have all the process, you have to hold your leadership team or your team, your company, everybody accountable for what they're supposed to do. That's when the measurement disconnect comes up, right? So that's why these are the 5 disconnect you have to conquer in order to grow and scale your business. It's much easier to say, to be said, and then done, right? But however, being aware of these 5 disconnect will help you to ask. In the book, I talk about there's no answer to every single question, but there's kind of decision framework. There are 26 questions for you to ask, because I really think that running a business is more like a marathon, it's not a sprint. That's why I put in 26 questions for people to ask around each phase, around 5 different disconnects. So allows you to, allows founders and business owners to ask these questions and help them understand when to ask these questions. Because everyone knows to ask these questions, but when to ask them is really an art, a critical stage as you go through the journey.